Hello, I'm Eric Landman, the Director of E-commerce for Earthling Interactive. Earthling is a web development company specializing in e-commerce sites for retail and B2B businesses. This is the second of our two-part look at some e-commerce sites and provide observations on the user experience for product sorting and filtering. Product filtering, also sometimes called layered navigation or faceted search, is critical for allowing users to find products. A fast site with well thought out product filtering will allow the user to find products quickly, give them more flexibility to jump around, and to explore options. We're going to look at several types of sites, including retail outdoor goods sites and a couple of B2B sites in different market segments. Now we're switching to a site that sells bike products. This is a listing of fenders for bicycles. One thing I notice here is that there are sizes, wheel sizes for fenders. These are very specific. Other site I'm going to show you has ranges. In this particular case, I don't think a range would be appropriate because they're very specific. A 20-inch fender fits a 20-inch bike, and it doesn't really fit anything else. So we don't want a range. Now if we click on a different filter here, it does refresh the whole page, and then the user has to scroll up. Again, a little bit of a jarring experience, but very common experience, so not that unusual. We can add more and more filters, and it does show you currently shopping by what is selected there, which is very nice. And if you say, oh, I don't want that one, you can just deselect it from the little list here. It's a very nice way of filtering products, I think. Here's a completely different site. These are basically very, very limited time products, and I thought I would show you this because there is no left navigation, there is no filtering. In this case, it wouldn't make sense to even have any because the products, there's just so few products, there's really nothing to filter. So in that case, the left navigation would get in the way. Shift to a B2B site. This is one that sells water heaters, and they have various filters down the left hand side. In this case, I'm searching for a capacity range. So if the architect is looking for a certain size to go in a particular facility, these are in ranges. So in this case, it's interesting because the unit, let's take this first unit here, it shows it as a 60-gallon unit. Now you would think you should be able to search for a 60-gallon unit, but in reality, it does provide a better user experience to tag these products with capacity ranges. So 30 to 75 gallons, it's still a fairly small unit, and so the customer thought this is how that people would search for them. It would be a better experience. So we have a capacity range here. Similar with BTUs. There are very specific ratings for these units, but it's better to search for one in a particular range. The user can select this, and then the page is resubmit, and there's this list of filters at the top here, and they can be cleared, or you can add different filters, of course, very common. NOx emissions, that kind of stuff. I kind of like this design where the filters are set off in a nice pane with a little border around it, and the colors very clearly denote what is selected and what's available, and little panes that open and close in case you're interested in that particular thing. You can open it up and take a look. Last site we're going to look at is a site that is electrical components. These are parameters for various types of components, and this uses a very interesting little slider. The user can come in here and slide the price range or the range for that particular parameter, and it'll refresh the page and filter down, narrow down the number of products available. And it also pre-fills in the ranges for that particular value. So you see some are very different. So if you wanted to look at units that have just a surface mount, you can see those. So we're starting to collect a number of attributes here, and that narrowed it down to just a handful of products. Or if we want to just clear that, then we get all of the products returned again. I hope you found this commentary on product sorting was helpful. If you're interested in engaging an experienced developer to help with your e-commerce or B2B site development, you can get a free half-hour consultation by going to earthlinginteractive.com and looking under the Work drop-down. Again, my name is Eric Landman, Director of E-commerce, Earthling Interactive, and thank you for watching.